here, I just want to control the leg so he can't move it out, okay? When I step up, I want to get up by his hip so I've got contact with my knee and my hip. So I step up, I'm here, I'm kind of guarding this to keep it away because I'd like to control this when I come down into my position, all right? And when I do my leg lock, I don't want to just fall back, because if I fall back for a leg lock, he's just going to sit up with me, and now I just kind of pulled him in mount, right? So anytime I hit a leg lock, I need him turned all the way to his side facing that way, and that's the way I'm going to go. Off my knee, spin into his butt, and we're all going to be on our side facing that way. So I'll pop up here, boom, I clear this away, turn with my hip, and pinch, and I've got some control here, okay? A lot of things we can do from here. This is legal, IBJJF legal, because I'm not reaping anything, but I did a lot of catch wrestling and sambo. So all the cool stuff is when you reap. So we'll skip the legal stuff and go right to the cool stuff. Sorry, I know you're doing a tournament, whatever. It don't matter. So what I'd like to do is, let's just play best case scenario so we can get right to the knot. I'll show him all the little ins and outs of the 100 things that can happen between then and now that you can do later maybe. So I'm controlling this, I'm squeezing, got my foot kind of on his butt. This foot's up here, I'm not leaving it up so he can leg lock me. I'm back here. I can kick him down if he sits up. Controlling here, I want to take my foot and I want to put it in this space here, boom. I want to shove it down, okay? And I'd like to try to get it under his knee. There's ways I can force that to happen with this foot pushing, setting it down. Instead of getting into that, we're just going to find the space and pull it up on my foot. I've still got control here. I'm not locking it, I'm just holding it, okay? Once I'm here, I'm going to roll to my back and lift him with this. Come through the hole, wrap under, sit up and straighten, and then there's my locks there, okay? This is kind of cool. He can get out of this, but not, yeah, you can peel yourself out. You can get out, but not before I submit him, right? So this is just a sit up for control. He sits up, he wants to work out, that's fine, boom. All right, okay. Disclaimer for anybody that hasn't done heel hooks before, there's not a lot of pain, there's a tightness, okay? So when you feel a tightness, that's when you want to tap, because there's not like an arm bar where it's like, oh man, that really hurts. This is just tight and then these all break. So be real careful, okay? Let's turn him, foot comes in, boom. And I'm good here. I do sound effects, I'm sorry. So we're good here. Now, sometimes your opponent, he can do like 1,000 things, right? Sometimes he may start to kind of turn a little bit so he can belly down and kick out and get away, right? So if I can get my foot over, then he can't turn because my foot's in the way of his turn, right? But to keep it turning legal, I can't come over, so if I feel him start to turn, I want to take his foot and push it in a little bit. That takes a little bit of the turn away. Readjust, sit up. Everybody knows how to do a Kimura, right?
Yes.
You're just going to Kimura his foot. I do a Pac-Man. I use my thumb sometimes. I don't think you're really supposed to, but sometimes I use my thumb, I get a little better grip. Get my little wrist there, right underneath his ankle, squeeze, and I push my big toe, or his big toe, right in his butt, and there's your tap. Be very, very easy with this, okay? Like I said, it gets tight, and then it breaks, so be very careful. So from that first position, where we're here, where we want to go to our knot, right? But if it's not real secure, I think he's going to try to flip around and push this in, readjust, sit up, and there's my toe hold. Okay? Super easy, and it works every now and then. You can usually just finish from right here. You just push his foot in, or heel hook from here. This is where I get a lot of success with, just from here. Okay? But if you want to finish it up, everybody's good here, right? Now we take our right foot, the foot that's under his knee pit, and I use that to help roll him to his back. So now our left leg, we pull it out, around, and under. Take him back down. Put my hands behind me and I sit up and I straighten. Make sense? Right? Super easy. Don't overthink it. Trust me, if it was hard, neither one of us could do it, right? I know you could. So boom, 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 boom. Cool? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. What's a really terrible thing that he can have if I'm playing half guard? Where's his way out? His underhook, right? Because if he underhooks, he's pretty much getting up, and I'm gonna end up on my butt, right? So I don't want, because if I can try to whizzer, and then he's gonna like old school me or whatever, and I don't want to do any of that. I'd rather just not mess with that. So in my case, I give up the underhook all the time. So that's why I do this. So when he underhooks, I need to do something or I'm gonna end up on my butt. So I'm gonna put a little pressure on this arm, post out here, and bring my knee inside his hip. It just became his position, right? So I put a little weight, base out, bring my knee inside his hip, and then I just step around the backside, okay? So here, and look, there's a leg there. There's a lot of stuff we can do if he's defending. If he feels it coming and does that, we do other stuff. For the sake of time, let's just say the leg's there. We hook under, pull the heel to the head, squeeze the knees, and hip. Okay? Once his knee slides past my hips, now he's out, right? If his knee is in front of my hips, then I'm good. You grab the heel and put it on your head so he can't turn his foot. That makes sense, right? Boom, boom. Step up, step around. There's my knee bar.